Hello and welcome everyone. This is Captain Marek with Captain of Minister Death Stream, and we are back after 1 week of little break. Last week I couldn't make it, but this week I can. So welcome everyone. I'm glad you're here. And let's keep on our quest of removing crater from the surface of our map. Very important quest. You can see the crater is receding slowly, and I'm hoping to accelerate the pace considerably. So let's jump straight in. So this week a little later than usual, but I'm glad you're all here. If you're watching recording, welcome as well. Let me know if the audio is all good. I'm sometimes having issues with my microphone resetting its gain to 0, which is very random. It doesn't happen for a month and suddenly it happens, and if I don't notice, it's hard to hear me. I might need to do something else, I don't know. Something with the drivers maybe. Yeah, so here's our operation. You can see the rim of the crater is 3/4 gone, I'd say. And here we have a little bulge, and the bulge is here because we are importing rock at a great pace and letting trucks dump it. And that's, you can see how much we've imported compared to the circular shape. There's quite a bit of rock imported here, which is nice. I can even see the world map, and can deliver more cargo actually to upgrade this mine even further. And I believe last time we have established that 32x would be the max level of our rock mine. So I think it's going to be the last expansion. However, we have some new things. Last episode, we actually removed all the issues. The factory was running as smoothly as ever been, but this time there are some issues. First issue is hydrogen. We are running out of hydrogen, and at the very end of the last episode, if you remember, I have built a 5th FBR, which was not planned. I just kind of ad hoc. It was just enough space here to place it in, so I placed it in. And I have used it to do a little more water desalination in this area. Ship is delivered cargo. Let's go home. Right. And the purpose of this was because I was thinking that the hydrogen will actually be low, and it came true very quickly. So what I've done here in pre-stream, I have just made a little blueprint. I basically copy-pasted this design and pasted it here. I've deleted the row of rainwater collectors. I don't really care about rainwater collectors at this point, at least not, yeah. If I wouldn't delete these, I would have to pipe the hydrogen and stuff somewhere at a completely different location. It's not worth it. I would rather build the rainwater harvesters at those new locations instead. So it's actually a good thing that we have a little bit of a buffer of a space here in the shape of rainwater collectors. They're not completely useless, by the way. I think they're free water, basically, right? There's no maintenance on them, no workers. They just exist. So why not? So I think I'll try to activate it today and see what mistakes I've made by building it. And I wonder if I should use Unity for that. Maybe not. I'm just gonna activate it without Unity usage, because I'm actually not quite positive Unity, and I wonder why is that. I'm missing something. The easiest way would be to check actually settlement. Appliances are fine. Consumer electronics is fine. I think it's actually these household goods. I think household goods are not keeping up, basically. And they are running out because we are using a lot. So I think I either build one more household goods store module or build a storage, which I think I should have done that a long time ago, but I haven't for various reasons. Maybe at least for these, because they have a consumption of 190, which compared to the other ones is the highest. And we need the Unity. I think it's quite unacceptable to be missing Unity because of just trucks not being able to truck it fast enough. Not a good reason, I think. Because I think only 1 or 2 trucks can be delivering at the same time because of the small capacity here. Depending on how big, yeah, 78 is a truck. So if I quickly do 240 by 72, okay, 3 trucks can be on the way, and I think that's just not enough. It's just I think all of these need more. Oh man, do I just do some kind of a storage solution here? I've played these storages to kind of planning on connecting all of these to storages. I think I should do it probably. Let me do it, but let me do it in a... Okay, I'm just thinking. There's this little ramp thing, which is a little awkward. I can dump it. We are living in the world where terrain is no obstacle whatsoever, which is quite nice. I think I'm just gonna do this. And I can do a ramp. Actually, I just want to be dumping. And here we have medical supplies. 3. Here we have consumer electronics. And here we have household appliances. And then one more storage I cannot fit would be the one. All right, so what these trucks are waiting for? Copper. What's going on with copper here? I should have an extra storage. Oh, it's here. I think the problem is going to be, again, not enough trucks en route. I'm pretty sure they are dumping there. Okay, this is going to be eventually our kind of stabilize Unity game. In the meantime, it's beautiful and finished, except this guy. It's not working yet. I wonder why is that. Am I missing a few pipes here and there? Oh, I think I need to build these, which I can do just quite quickly. I can see some people on Twitch. Hello, hello. Hailstorm is saying that they missed my stream last week. Actually, you haven't, because last week I was not streaming. So there you go. It totally worked out. You are here today. That's actually Great, and welcome to the stream. This is all... This is lots of new hydrogen. So what am I doing actually? So you get hydrogen and oxygen, and I'm actually not using enough oxygen. So I'm currently just dumping it straight back to the atmosphere, which may seem a little bit of unfortunate, but I currently don't have usage. And even here, in the other side, there is a smokestack dumping oxygen, the excess oxygen. So whenever we don't have enough, we can always repipe. But now we have lots of access, which is nice. Yeah, and then there is hydrogen. There you go. Is it all working now? I think there's not enough water coming in for some reason. Oh. Ooh, this is just the rainwater, is it? I think so. I think we will need the real water supply here. And we probably want to prioritize the rainwater in. If this is not enough here, I will need to come in with new pipe. In update 3, by the way, we are planning for tier 4 pipe. So there is one little insider info for you, because we don't plan conveyor belts necessarily, because conveyor belts, there are other things, but pipes, I think it's fair to have, you know, an extra tier for pipe for things like, because for example, not all things can be transported via, say, trains or other things, because like exhaust, right, or CO2, actually CO2 probably can be trucked, but exhaust cannot, and steam, obviously. So all this, for all these reasons, we're gonna do tier 4 pipes. We're not still 100% clear what's gonna be the throughput. I'm not sure if another 3 times. There are some complications with the implementation, so it might be possible to do 3 times, but at least 2 times. So, you know, at least to half your number of pipes, which I think should be also quite a welcome change. If you know, we are going to balance this. If 2 times is not enough, we can try to do 3 times, or I think 4 times is probably too much, a little OP. But we'll see. At least 2 times, I can say that. So with all those cases, we can just, you know, have one more upgrade before we need to basically put a second pipe in. So I think there's still going to be use case for put multiple pipes, because I think that's, you know, when they have really a lot of liquid or fluid coming in, it's fair to have more pipes. But for example, in these cases, when I need 2 pipes here, because one is just barely not enough, right? It's a 36 times, is it 16 of these? I think so. So it would be 500, and pipe is only 450, right? So it would be, if the tier 4 pipe was double, there would be enough here to have just 1 pipe, which would be simplify the setup, right? So that would be, I think, quite a welcome change, hopefully. How long till update? We're not sure yet. We announced second quarter, so that's our target, and so far that's all looking good. So hopefully no more delays. So second quarter of this year, before summer break, for sure. That would be, yeah, I guess after that would be Q3. So that's not gonna count. But yeah, we are still working on things. I need to use the hydrogen actually. I'm just making it here in the storage, but I'm not using it anywhere. So I'm thinking maybe I can actually make this pipe to actually go from here, and maybe have a priority. How about that? It's a little tricky that I have so many things here next to the road. If I make a little ramp, I'll need to... Oh no. I'll need to redo all the belts as usual, which is probably okay. Let's redo the belts. Huh? Can it go straight? Is it too close to the ramp? Sometimes it is too close. Let me see if I can... Yes. Now this one was... Just like that. Now I'll bring a tier 3 pipe through here. All right, let me do a little priority here. Here's, by the way, a steam which I'm producing. Any excess steam actually is going back to here, because this first FBR has not enough power. It's supplying all the desalination, all the hydrogen, and 2 rows of electricity, and there is no way. It's like a six power levels. We only have 4. So there's an extra pipe to supply any excess, which is great. And here I will do the same, but for or similar for the hydrogen. So we'll take this hydrogen first. And there's not enough, which there's always going to be enough at this point, at least. Just like that. And it's going to be priority right here. And now this pipe should be 100% full. Should hopefully help. I'll see if this is enough to make this storage gain. Yeah, I think it's barely enough, which is, oh, we'll see over time. That's true. Yeah, lots of people excited about the next update. Yeah, we are too. We are so ready to release it, but we need to finish it, right? It's no good releasing it half-baked. I think nobody would appreciate that. So we really want to spend the extra time to make sure it's not half-baked, it's fully baked. We have quite high standards, despite this is early access. But, you know, early access for us is not buggy game. Early access means the features are missing, right? So maybe, you know, the world map is not finished, or, you know, trains are not there yet and we want to. So that's what early access means to us. It's not that the game is kind of, you know, barely working. That's the game should be working perfectly, except features are missing. That's why we need to fully bake it before releasing. So it takes time. We are a small team. Of course, depending on the success of the game in general, we can either scale the team up or not, right? Yeah, I think this is what it might be. Scaling the team is actually quite like a complex things, right? Because I've seen actually lots of game teams kind of overscale, kind of hire lots of people, put up lots of games updates, and then the sales are not reflecting that, and then they have to close down. So we are trying to scale depending on the game success. So we're not gonna be overscaling. So I guess it's less risk, but potentially we hopefully we can finish what we are set to do instead of closing up early. So that's the reason. Yeah, I think there's not going to be enough water. I think now that the hydrogen is not being consumed, it's probably okay, but eventually I'm pretty sure we will need to pipe in a third pipe. And I wonder from where. Would it be from here? Or from here? Where is this pipe going? Oh, this is the 2 pipes for those farms. Oh, trucks are struggling to reach. Where are you guys going? Oh, the concrete? Alright. We can help you just like that. Not enough water. I think this will recover. We'll hit it later. No worries. Hydrogen is also recovering. I'm glad to see that. All right. So our rock mine, let's do 32x. And yeah, that's the max. So we are producing 864 rock, which I believe is enough for our... So these are our rock ships. 2 ships, actually. One was not enough, so we have 2 ships. And there are 2 long conveyor belts all the way here. As you can see, one of them is not gonna be completely full because 2 belts are 900 and we are producing 860, so just below 2 belts full of rock, constantly streaming in, and trucks are dumping. So that's that. We are nearly at our limit of 400 vehicles. If somebody who playing the game is wondering how is that possible, the vanilla game is only 180. I've made a mod to extend that just for fun, and because my computer is relatively powerful to handle that. If you're interested in having this amount of vehicles, feel free to download this mod. There's a link in the description on YouTube. So if you are on Twitch or somewhere else, you need to go on YouTube, search for Captain of Industry. I guess if you search for trailer, you will find our channel. So if you search Captain of Industry trailer, you would surely find our channel. And then you can see the live streams on the live stream tab, and then there's going to be a link. I wonder which trucks. Do we need more excavators? I'll do one more batch of whole trucks. And then maybe excavator. Right, yeah, our copper is definitely coming in the storage. Yeah, I just want to make sure that we are... Oh yeah, we are totally dumping here. Oh, it's already dumped? Oh, it's already done. Oh wow, time flies. Actually, let me put the game on 3x speed. We haven't done this before, but I think just so that we can be tackling the crater at an elevated pace. I'll for now remove this one and add this one to be household goods. Maybe we can remove it for now. Or actually have the appliances be here. Yeah, even maybe like that. This is totally fine. And I'll put a few ramps. Maybe small ramps is sufficient. We have some unity to spare, so let's spare it. Now, let's do some conveying. We could have done this, right? It's for no reason, but for... Okay, that didn't work. And then here, that's 1, 2. Actually, let me start importing here. It's going to be important. The good thing about this system is also I can set up alerts here, which can help, and priorities. It's actually good that my game is keeping up at the 3x. I was a little worried that the FPS will tank. Actually, at this view, which I'm kind of looking at nothing, I have actually 60 FPS, which is quite nice on 3x speed. For such a big factory. Might sound a little weird, but I'm quite impressed that the performance is keeping up like this. You know, sometimes people take it for granted. But it's lots of simulation going on. Just think about all the products on conveyor belts. Every tick has to be simulated and moved and make sure they are bumping to anything. And yeah, that's a lot of stuff to be simulated, honestly. All right. We should do the same with food eventually. But I think food has so many different kinds of food. I would rather not do it for now. Oh, our computing actually is... Oh, did I mess up something there? That must be my mess up somewhere. Oh yeah, this one is not making water flow out. It's the wrong direction. Right, all right. Oh, we drained our household goods. In fact, I think I can remove alert from this storage. Move it to this storage. And have the same alert everywhere here. And remove it from the other storage. So I can remove the medical supplies alert. There's not even alert there. That's a little tricky. Or risky, I'd rather say. I can remove the alert from here. From here. Nice. All right. So now all the stores can be supplied without any breaks, and we have 2 Unity to spare, just barely, because our crazy rock mine is using 6 Unity. That's a big Unity consumer. If you can see, our contracts are using quite a bit, edicts a lot, and then silver mine and rock mine a little bit. Right, this is going to take a little bit to stabilize. I'm not sure whether household goods, how much we consuming? 190. How much we producing? Can maybe even look here. Should be above 190. Oh, we are not producing 190 whatsoever. That's why we actually had Unity problems, I think. We're producing 176. Is that a thing? Oh man. 32, 32, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 32 times 5.5. Yeah, that's right. So let's do some upgrading then. So now it's 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 32 times 7. Yes, that's enough. Question is, are the conveyor belts fast enough to supply all this? I think the glass might be actually struggling. Let me upgrade that at least. The output. It's the biggest consumer here. It's going to put a strain on our wood production, so we might need to revisit that as well. Well, our steel, actually, interestingly enough, is not keeping up. It's recovering maybe a little bit, but the only problem here is I don't have enough space to put more steel blocks, which it's a little tricky. Maybe I can cancel this road. I could cancel the road and put one more steel. Or redirect the whole thing kind of on a lower floor. Would it fit on the lower floor? No, it would not. Who would have thought I would need so much steel, huh? I would not have thought that. Yeah. When I was initially building this, I was kind of envisioning it kind of half steel, half iron, but turns out steel is being way more consumed. Hailstorm is saying, since I've built storages, should I remove import? I think the import on these guys are auto, so once they receive conveyor belt, they will no longer be accepting trucks. That's all kind of works itself out automatically. So I don't need to do kind of manually off here because the auto will, the default mode will manage that. It's a little bit of a hidden thing, but once you kind of know about it, it works very well, because once you connect with conveyor belt, trucks will stop worrying about that, which is nice. Yeah, definitely the trucks are not keeping up with the deliveries here. I can see that. I think making conveyor belts would be smarter. I mean, one conveyor belt would just take care of this completely. Even tier 2 would be sufficient, in fact. Which I think I should do eventually. I don't know. Maybe at the very end of the playthrough, once we went through all these troubles, we'll make conveyor belts and all these trucks will be relieved. Be nice to have a train, huh? For those things. That would surely be nice. Let me check on our mining crews. Are they doing a good job? Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job. Yeah, these guys are really racing forward with this storage here. You know, just 4 trucks, and I think 4 is even too much. I think 3 would be enough, but I guess as they go further away. Yeah. All these are old road going down. They're going to be all removed. Our old flattening of the crater. We did some extra work, which was unnecessary. I was kind of thinking maybe to do something around here, but then we flattened the thing. Now we have to put it back. Put the dirt back. Rocks. Yeah. Yeah, so the rock is full. We are also making dirt, which is currently full actually. So let's keep the dirt. So what I'm doing, I'm mining one level lower. And then I'm having here this grass and dirt only dumping tower. And I'm just gonna be dumping over just grass, right? So I have a nice green surface. Our entire goal was to make to return this crater to nature, make it nice and green. So that's why we're doing that. So now all the trucks will go and start dumping. Yeah, once the rim is gone, there's a little bit of mountain here which we can potentially use for flattening and you know, turning green. But then I'm thinking that this mountain can serve as a donor. Even though there's lots of resources, I would have to probably either get rid of them or ignore them. What I can also do, I could have a storage, then let the trucks put it in the storage and then convey it and then dump it here to reduce the amount of trips. But then I have to have a sorter because sometimes they pick up, you know, dirt and rock combined. So question is sorting and then conveying it faster? I think it is. Those trucks are going quite a long ways. Let me try to do that, since we are in business of dumping the crater as fast as possible. So let me try to come up with little speed enhancement here. I'll put maybe 2 or 3. I'm not sure how many would be good. I can sort, I guess for now, rock and dirt. Maybe they can pick up some compost as well somewhere. Anything else could be here? Potentially copper, actually. Copy the settings, and then I will do storage here for, I think, storage just for rock and dirt. I don't want to be blocking the rock here. This is fine. And now these guys, what's their tower? Their tower is all the way here. I can assign the sorters. Now they're all going to be sorting. Then I think the dirt is not going to be as important, but the rock definitely needs yeah, I'm gonna make cross this road, which is kind of an official road. Let's make it official. I'm gonna copy paste our road markings here, even though they don't mean anything, but it makes the road look a little more official. Probably some not the right spacing there. It's all right. Yep. That's good. I was planning to have a rain harvesters here once we flatten it out. Let's see how that plan gonna pan out. I also want to do a bit of a ramp here. These guys can easily get in and out. It would be a good thing. Where are these guys coming from? Oh, they were... Oh, fuel station. Actually, that's an interesting point. Oh man, so many things to take care of to make the mining more efficient. Fuel and material. I'm just holding shift and clicking. It's going always straight. Yes. Now it will be good to cross the street, which we don't have anything. I should stop building those conveyor belts right next to the edge of the street. That makes it so much harder to cross. Why would I do that? Not very smart. Now I have to move everything one tile higher. Oh. This is what it is. Just like that, and then the pipes are easier, I think, because they can turn at a spot. You can go up and down very easily, right? Should make like some AI agent that like, hey, raise all these pipes for me automatically because I was not being too smart before. Some kind of automation here. Nice. All right, and now I'll make a very similar storage here. Here's actually convenient right next to a little ramp here. That did not work well because my snapping is off. All right. Yeah, this is actually full of rock now. And the second thing was fuel, right? So where's our hydrogen? Do we have a hydrogen nearby? Is this hydrogen? Oh, it is. Well, that's convenient. It's very convenient. All the way. We can remove these guys. Have a hydrogen fuel pump right here. Available for anyone who wishes to refuel. And I'll assign this mine to that. Well, first of all, I put a truck here. Then, oh, these guys can't reach it. What happened? Not sure why would that be a thing, but all right. I'll assign the fuel station right here. Let's see if one tier 3 belt would be enough to make this work. We need more than that. More coal, that's all right. These guys don't know where to dump. Oh, that's... I really need to move the tower, I think. This is not a good... Yeah, I'll move it. The problem with this is whenever they don't know where to dump, they would go to tower, but I want them to be actually here. I don't want them to be waiting. Oh, we have more excavators coming in. All right, you folks, keep mining here. Wait, this was actually a different one, right? Was it? No, it was fine. Where's tower for this guy? Oh, it's this tower. It's our iron excavator. Just one, removing this little iron spot. All right, what are these guys doing? They're doing very well. We actually reassign them. Go deeper. I'm pretty sure we can remove this rim today, no problem. We can just designate all this. We might need to start wasting iron because there's lots of iron here underneath, and we can either waste it or just let this one guy work on it. In the meantime, we could mining somewhere else. All right. How is this going? I think it's definitely increased the speed because now the trucks are waiting for the excavators instead of hauling all the way to the crater. It's definitely a good improvement. This one needs to be removed. Yep, this is how we do it. This is how we do quick mining. Let me see if there are any questions or comments. Ned is saying that whenever you build conveyor belt, sometimes it chooses like an incorrect tier. Yes, this is a known issue. Hopefully we'll improve it, especially when you, for example, connecting to an existing or connecting to somewhere where we could infer the tier more easily. We should do it. Sometimes we don't. It's still tricky. There's lots of cases, and sometimes it's not clear because sometimes maybe you want to actually use lower tier. Yeah, there's a little bit of a thing. I think we usually use the one which you selected last. So if you last one you build tier 3, then the one that's gonna be the one used. But yeah, I agree that sometimes when you, for example, when I build here, I probably don't want tier 3, right? I would probably want tier 2 because this is our tier 2 is around here. If you do, like if you select a pipe tool, well, so the easiest way how I do it is to press C and it selects you the tier right away. When Control C is like Control C would be a copy tool, but if you just press C without control and you're hovering over entity, it's gonna kind of select the entity. If you are in a sea of pipes and you need tier 3, you could just hover tier 3. Now I have tier 3. If I need tier 2, hover tier 2, boom, I have tier 2. If I need tier 1, right here, tier 1. Right, so I don't even go to menus often. I just use the C key to sample. But that's not the, that doesn't say that we're not aware of this problem. It just say that you can use the C key to, get the pipes you need quickly. But yeah, we still should improve it, obviously. Yeah, I think one core is not enough, actually. I'm pretty sure we will need 2 conveyor belts here. So this little side mine we have is basically as powerful as our rock import, right? Because our rock import is doing 2 conveyor belts. Kind of interesting comparison, how powerful mines are versus how powerful imports are. One big belt, just like that. Yeah, we have assigned 4 trucks here. It's all good. It's gonna take a while to build. This one is done. All right, guys, continue working. So we're gonna be making another bulge here, I think, from this storage, which is nice. Our dirt is actually filling up very well. So how am I getting dirt? I'm actually making compost from I guess from all the settlement waste or settlement waste and food production waste. I'm turning biomass into compost. And if we have too much biomass, I'm going to be making organic fertilizer. So there's a little overflow system here. Here I'm just having lots of storages for compost. That's all the sludge from settlement I'm turning into compost. And I have actually lots of fuel gas. I'm burning lots of fuel gas, which is kind of waste a little bit. I wish maybe we can make diesel out of it, which we should. The only little trick is how to get the diesel back where we need it. So maybe I can make a diesel pipe going all the way back. All the way, I'm not even sure. The thing is, if we need more settlement, obviously, it's gonna be tricky. But I think we should be doing settlements here at this point. Yeah, I think we are kind of done with this direction, which maybe we can concrete. Use concrete to kind of show we're done. I use cobblestone for my road. We can do the road here, actually. like that. More concrete. Yeah, in that case, a long pipe would be good. The reason why I'm eyeing diesel is that we are making diesel out of using farms, right? We are using here ethanol and cooking oil to make diesel, which then we are using for the gold import. Diesel for gold, which is lots of diesel for a little bit of gold, but actually the gold with the recycling is not that bad. So it's working out. I was thinking maybe we can supply a little more diesel and use less ethanol and less cooking oil, because we are, ethanol is kind of on the edge, honestly. It is on the edge. We don't have excess sugar actually, which as you can see, not too much space to put more sugar making machines around. It's quite packed in here. So having an extra diesel a little bit from the fuel gas could be an interesting endeavor. Maybe I can make if I flip it like this. How does that work? So you supply fuel gas on the bottom and get water. Even water, we get some water back, which is not too bad. So here we have our priority, the excess fuel gas. We make it one more priority here, saying that priority out be here, then something like that. We will need oxygen. Oh dear, we have lots of oxygen back on our main island. We don't have much oxygen here. We could make oxygen out of water or just out of using air separator. I think that would be probably the... It's a little bit of electricity, but I think at this point we can manage. 1836, perfect ratio. I wonder who designed it. Okay, we can do that, and then I'll pipe in here. The nitrogen, that's gonna be just waste. A little bit of water. I'm pretty sure we can have water excess. There's a bunch of here's some kind of water. Yeah, from the condensers and everything. And it is going here. Oh, this is kind of water input rather than output, I see. I'm pretty sure I can do this. This is the water output from these, which is already prioritized. It's nice. And then we have our diesel. Sweet, sweet diesel. Let's try to build this and see how it works. So instead of burning this and making steam and making electricity, I'd rather not make electricity and make diesel instead, right? Seems like it's like a thing. Yeah, people asking about the 400 trucks. It's a mod I've written, and you can download them. And it's in the YouTube description. Maybe I should make like a pinned comment about that, since lots of people are interested in knowing what's going on. Could we add a tool that calculates remaining resources on the island? Interesting, potentially. I'm not sure. You know, sometimes computing that would be, well, first of all, quite computationally extensive, because going through all the terrain tiles, and, you know, they could be deep. They could be done, but it could be something. And other than that, I'm not sure if that's something. The resources are kind of deep or hard to reach, or things like that. I'm not sure they'll be useful to actually know the remaining number, because it's going to be kind of overestimation. Some resources are underwater, perhaps, so it could be a little dangerous to rely on certain number, which was computed, using kind of just computing everything that exists. I'm not sure if that's even a good idea to have that tool. I think that tool sounds like a tool for power users, and I think potentially mod would be a greatest kind of venue for this. If somebody could write a mod that kind of iterates, but it's gonna take a couple seconds probably to go to just complete everything. You want an actual count of remaining resources. Currently I'm making big pipe, long pipe. And I actually want more this, I think. I'm sure these trucks will be quick to take care of that. How is our settlement goods doing? Very nice. You can even check our household goods. Oh, look at that. We have totally saved the day on this. Appliances. Ooh, this little... there's just a margin here. That's nice. Consumer electronics. Okay, it's a little bit of a up and down. The average seems to be lower. I'm not sure. But I can see the storage is full, so it's probably okay. Yeah, and then the medical supplies I'm also interested in. Right, so they are lower except when there's disease. And there's higher. So that's looking pretty good. Right here, we'll make a ramp. Just in case the haul trucks want to go that direction. How is the diesel? Is it actually working? Yep, I think it's working. Here, of course, there's no connector. Let's fix that. I think that's neat. That's neat, a little extra diesel. And even though we are completely done with the ship, we could even connect that to the ship dock, because the ship does not run on hydrogen. It's the only thing consuming diesel. We'll probably never send it on any more expeditions, but now finally we have automated diesel after 2,000 years, I think we had it before when we were using the map regularly, using the ship. Now we don't. right? So all the excess fuel gas. So we use the fuel gas primarily for the incineration here, right? Any excess is then going to make diesel, and if there's no diesel to be made, then it's going to get burned anyway. Well, that's pretty good. Right, we have a nice and cleared space. I think this little thing should be also removed. And then we can continue behind the corner. How quickly you guys can make it disappear. Pretty quickly. Right. Mark is asking whether it would be possible to have storage both lower inventory limit and upper inventory limit. Do you mean... oh, you mean for trucks? Right, yeah. I mean, in theory, obviously, yes. In practice, there are some issues that... that's the reason why we don't have it. So I think the two connected storages would be your best bet at this point. And I know sometimes you need to have space for that. It'd be better to have one, maybe in the future. But for now, it's easier for us on the implementation side to only allow one at a time. So that's kind of like a little technical, limitation. In theory, I mean, it will be possible to have both. There is no reason not to. But the reason is kind of technical, which a lot of times that's the reason, right? In theory, you can do anything unless the system logically doesn't work somehow. But this is not like in a logic issue. There is just a implementation issue, or not even issue. It's just time and complexity management, because for every feature there's lots of edge cases and things that we have to handle, way more than you can think of probably. And adding features like this, oh, it's just kind of connected just like that without any issue. Oh, that was lucky. Yeah, so lots of issues, and we are trying to prevent the feature scope to go too crazy because of that. COI published their first desalination plant on the COI hub. That's cool. Maybe I should publish some Captain Marek layouts. Like, for example, this. That would be a great, here's a 10 farms setup for you. No, actually, I think what I'm quite proud of is the double fertilizer connection. Right, I'm connecting both fertilizers, and if one is out, the other one will take over, which is working very well. And that's looking like this. So actually, if I remove this and remove that and remove that, this, you have two parallel pipes, and you can just connect. Or even actually this, or if you want the pipes with it, it could be also interesting to have. I did the top pipe. Right, but here it assumes certain direction, right? So you have the pipes in it. Here you don't assume any direction or tiers. You just paste this on top of your two pipes. Like here, right? If I had a second pipe, I just paste it here. I would already account for that. So I think that would be interesting. A little blueprint there, a little niche, I have to say, and it also doesn't take too long to build. So you can rebuild it yourself and blueprint it yourself. But maybe I can keep it here for future use. So blueprint here, because it is useful to be able to, I think, balance the fertilizers. Yeah, question about modding will make it easier for sure. I mean, modding is something we would love to support more and better. And it's just, you know, we just have to balance the time and effort. So if we spend 2 months of making modding easier, we wouldn't spend 2 months on making features. And some people don't care about modding, for example. So it's quite a hard balance to do all this. So we are just a little careful, right? To not have a moddable game that not too many people play because the base features are not there. So we are kind of focusing on the base features and having the core very good and powerful. And then, of course, modding is our priority. And the game is written to be moddable, and we are hoping to make improvements in that regard as well. So definitely we will do that. This guy's running out of fuel. Glass. Like a sand issue or something? Oh man. I think actually the glass would be connected to this, right? Let me actually quickly check our glass. Oh yeah. It is definitely glass. I'm so glad that we have a... I was not happy when we couldn't fit it here, and now I would be worried that after this expansion we wouldn't be fit even here. Actually, let me cancel that. I need to expand in pairs, I believe. Or is it a pair or... Yeah, it is mirrored. I need a pair. Of course I can fit the pair because of cooling tower. Oh dear, oh dear. I wanted to remove this guy. I had no snapping off, so it didn't snap to the tower. Alright, this will hopefully make more space here. Now we can grab this. Paste it here. Can leave one space there. Potentially. I'm not sure if all those conveyor tiers will be sufficient. We'll find out later. The exhaust and the slag. Oh dear, oh dear. There is not too much space to connect the slag. I think it's time for something that I always forget, and that's our lifts. I'm pretty sure I can do this. Yep, that works. And on the output side, like that. Yeah, so the top is actually broken glass, and then the bottom is the glass mix. Let's see if glass mix will be 96 of glass mix. Yeah, I think we need one of these more. But maybe the glass mix, the recycling will actually help us. cover some of the discrepancy. Yeah, 72 times 4 is 288. We definitely need to upgrade this belt. I think this belt has to be flipped then. Yeah, I think we need to prioritize this conveyor belt. Where does it even go? Oh, that's a long one. Oh, I see. That's our household appliances. Or actually PCBs, I should say, right? Or both. Oh, PCBs, yes. Household appliances does not need. Yeah, that's right. PCB. The only thing that because of this discrepancy of tier 2, tier 3, sometimes we get a little bit of priority leakage, which is expected. I wonder if it's problematic. If it is problematic, we might need to upgrade this one to be tier 3 as well. Which we can, we are rich. No problem. Or exhaust, alright. Exhaust is connected. Oh, it's missing a little connection here, I think. Alright, well that was fairly easy. Yeah, we'll see if this will recover eventually. So far the PCBs are quite glass hungry. Was there also not enough glass there? Yeah, there was a little bit of a missing in the storage. Well, the steel is not solving itself. I had to say it that way. The steel is a potential long-term problem. So I might need to do the extension here. Anyhow, let's concentrate on our dumping of the crater. So here the bulge is growing nicely. Here, it's quite promising as well. However, I don't see any bulge. They are kind of keeping it a straight line, interestingly enough. It's fine for me. I guess the distance computation works that way. Is this a sign somewhere or just chilling? Yeah, I think the 2 conveyor belts. Actually, they wanna import here with trucks. Just export. They're dumping here as well. Oh no, there was little incorrect designations. That's why it was a little bit of a loop here. All right, let's conclude it with our greenery here. And we have plenty of dirt to be dumped, and some trucks are kind of here waiting, stuck with the Like with the compost on their beds. So let's relieve them. Quite nicely here, and then again make a little bit of a ramp. Right here. I wonder if I should remine this. Maybe later. We'll see if we can. It's got a nice edge here. Just a little bit of a sharp edge. Doesn't look too good. How is our wood? Still not fabulous. We might need more. Oh yeah, we should have dumped here to kind of expand the forest operations. It'll be nice. All right, so this is done. I'll actually do this one real quick. Just to make the rock disappear. So once we put the grass, it's gonna be nice and even. And then let's remove this. What are you guys? Oh, there's a sand. Did you pick up sand somewhere? Where did you pick up sand? Oh, that's gonna stall our operation. You know the easiest thing to do, I think? To allow... The easiest thing to allow dumping everything without any filters is that I'm gonna specify dumping tower. And we'll say... Actually, yeah, you can dump sand, you can dump rock, you can dump everything. Will that work? And iron ore even. Where did you get iron ore from? Ooh, there's a little bit of iron there, I see. You know what? Let's dump the iron ore as well, in this case. I don't have time to process everything. Too slow. Dump iron ore as well. This is a way how to hopefully rock, dirt, sand. Oh, I have a dirt as well to be dumped. Rock, dirt, sand. They seems to be still hesitant. Oh, I think because of the dumping operations, they are struggling to find a path there. Alright, I guess we have to wait until this dirt operation is fully done. Because the trucks are struggling to find a path. Yeah, it's important to leave out. They are kind of thinking they can go through and then suddenly they can't, and then depends how they dump. Oop, some of them got through. Nice. All right. This is gonna get resolved sooner rather than later. Then here. Let's work on that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the glass mix is not keeping up. This mixer is not enough. I wonder if I can supplement. A supplement, because those are kind of idle, and then I could use them to be working actually. only tricky situation is how to get in there. This is necessary for export. I don't even need to have it set to empty, I think. Or do I? It's neat for our... Yeah, for all those... what, is this more than one of these? For FBR needs it. And I think that's the only one, actually. But anyhow, we need it anyway. Unless we put a belt there. And this is a little bit of tight space here. Seems to be really hard to get any conveyor belt anywhere near. Oh, maybe like that. Oh, that's a little tricky. Here we're gonna go through the railing a little bit. I see there's a binding box issue here. Oh well, something to fix. Interesting, I haven't thought about that would be an issue. Apparently it is. I think we don't need any priorities because this connectors by default they try to do even splits, so there should be plenty. The reason these are not fully utilized is because of the glass, broken glass, right? Because broken glass kind of adds in. If there was no broken glass, we would need, I believe, the exact amount. Because of the broken glass, there's excess, which is nice. I think there's in fact so much excess that even one belt is not enough. Maybe I can prioritize the broken glass to go to the rear furnaces instead of front furnaces. Could be something. It's currently, in fact, the front furnaces are preferred. Or I can also upgrade these. Conveyor belts to be a little faster. Well, that should saturate glass. And hopefully we're gonna have all the glass in the world. What's going on here? Just not enough orders. Yeah, we are all full operation. It's good to know. Not enough coal, not enough steel. Oh, these guys. They should be able to dump now. I think they are, yeah, they just changed their mind. All right. Yeah, sorting plant blocked. I'm not gonna want any alerts here. All right. Very nice. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little behind on the chat. I saw the Sud asking about how to add the save to the, I guess adding mod to the save. So there should be, when you go to the load screen, when you select the save, there should be like a setting, like a wrench on the bottom. You have to select the save you want to be loading in. By the way, if I missed any questions in the chat, please feel free to repost them. I am not doing it on purpose. I'm just too excited about my factory here. I'm missing some of the questions. I'm not a professional streamer, unfortunately. Maybe I can get better. If you have any tips how to better manage this multitasking, feel free to let me know. It's quite something. I'm sometimes when I'm watching other streams, I'm quite surprised how they can do everything and then keep eyes on the chat when they have so many chat messages. I feel they must have some kind of filter. I feel that sometimes the chat's going so fast and they spot this one message that was kind of useful or important, or maybe they have a moderators who kind of resend them or highlight the messages somehow. I feel that there's something about that. When you have well, this is not my case obviously, but when there's more people, there must be some kind of filtering mechanism to filter the actual questions from just reactions and things like that. I wonder. Also, there's YouTube and Twitch chat, which is making it more complicated. Which maybe I should have some kind of merge stream, but those platforms don't make it easy. They would prefer you to not have a merge stream on screen or something like that. I don't even know exactly, but there are some issues with that. And also, obviously, I don't have any moderators with me because this is kind of like, it's a low budget streaming. It's not a main purpose for us. So I don't want to be risking any kind of, people freaking out in chat, and that's going to be kind of baked in the video that I have to deal with it. So that's also a reason. Sometimes we get, especially on Twitch, by the way. Twitch, I'm not sure what's up with Twitch, but we sometimes get like ads kind of, spamming the chat. So I have to go and ban them midstream. Which actually haven't happened on YouTube, so I'm not sure if it's a Twitch thing or whether YouTube has much better some kind of filtering mechanisms. But that's all that. Yeah, I think filtering would have to be done with people, with mods. I think maybe if there's some kind of AI model can filter questions. But I mean, so far it's fine for me. I just sometimes building, and suddenly my chat scrolled too much, so I missed some questions basically. But that's what happens sometimes. Lots of busy bees here going around doing their thing. Oh, here actually we have dumpings finished, so let me finish this pipe. Let's see how that works. So if this pipe works well, I would love to have this, and I would love to have also the fertilizer, the organic fertilizer, to be transported out when there's excess dirt, right? So eventually this is gonna have to happen. But first, diesel. That's a long pipe. And perhaps go a little bit higher here. And somehow we have to cross the street here. Wait a second. I'm pretty sure I can allow myself to do a little bit more dumping here. It seems like this is unnecessarily kind of cut. I wonder if I should make retaining wall here. No, I don't think I like retaining wall that much. I think I'd rather possible. I don't want to block this guy as well. Making sure maybe 2 steps down. We can do it entire here and then just flat, right? I don't think I will block anything with this, hopefully. Maybe just like that. Or maybe just like that. All right. Now I need, maybe then I can remove this retaining wall. When something collapse. Nope. It's all good. All right, and we have some trucks already. I think it's from this mine, right? Must be from here. Already dumping and making it nice and flat. Now the diesel, the reason why it's flat is that definitely want a big ramp here. Then we're gonna have to make some kind of priority system here so that the diesel coming in from up there would be prioritized over the diesel made in here. So it would be nice to have it right here. What's the height here? Really hard to see. Excuse me. It's gonna be a little bit of a pipe maze here. I think we can manage. There, we will probably cross down. Oh, maybe not. All right, there's one more issue. Oh, it's gonna be a little tight here. Oh man, can I get out? I think it would be great if this guy was a little higher than this guy. Nice, just like that. And we are going all the way here. Perfect. Actually, not too perfect. A bit more perfect by going here first. Yeah, this is more perfect. Then we prioritize from here. All right, let's construct everything here. That's basically our kind of a diesel injection, a little extra diesel to our system, which is kind of for free or for very cheap, if anything. Which will help actually reduce our reliance on farms a little bit, because we are basically making diesel out of waste from settlement, right? That's pretty cool. That's I wonder how much we can actually make. Is this diesel not coming out? Oh no, it's coming out, all right. I think 2 of these is plenty to process any excess. There's actually not too much excess. I think this boiler will no longer be used at all. It's only emergency overflow if, I guess, the diesel is all backed up. All right. Right, what are these guys doing? These guys are progressing real fast. Yeah, we are mining the iron ore and putting it right here. That's all right. Yeah. Good progress, good progress. Is there a background noise? Yeah, I'm not sure what that can be from. Hopefully it's gone. Yeah, so I wonder. Oh, I just wanted to look at the crater from top, and now rainstorm came. All right, let's wait for sunny weather. But I'm wondering what's the percentage of the crater kind of covered. I would say maybe 20-30%. We're kind of touching the inner rim already. And we have a little bit of a rim left to place. And I think what the world mine is interesting. It's kind of relatively slow, but it's constant. It's non-stop stream. Whereas here, for example, it's sometimes on, sometimes off, depending on how they mine. And I'm really impressed how much rock we be able to import from here. And just, 4 trucks circling back and forth and non-stop. I think here it's also hard to see, but it used to be kind of bent, and now it's kind of straight line. I think how the distance works, for some reason, they prefer to make a straight line out of it. This particular case. Might actually hit the copper here soon. Oh, we actually won't hit copper at all. That's good. And then maybe do a little more this. All right. So I'll expand the dirt operations. I think we wanted to do it here, because I want more trees, basically. One more trees to be planted. I'll make sure to not forget to do a little ramp. All right, and I want to see a convoy of dirt trucks streaming in. Don't forget we are playing on a 3x speed. So things are happening quite fast. I would also love to actually expand on the other side of the road here, but that would take quite a bit to have this whole area. I think we're working on it. We have 395 vehicles, so let's make it 400. Which vehicles we want? We have 59 excavators. Well, 60 would be for sure a nice number. 150 of these maybe. That would be nice. And I actually think I want to do one more tree harvester and 2 more planters. And that would be 400. Yep. Do we have any more excavators to Any idles? Let's make sure there's no idle excavators. Nope, no idles whatsoever. These guys progressing super fast because they have nowhere to. Short driving distance. These guys struggle with the. Yeah, I guess the only dumping is now crater. There's no dumping here. Maybe we should change that. Or we should relocate those guys to some more fruitful job. I think I'm kind of done with this area, honestly. For now. There's actually 10 excavators, that's quite a bit. So let me remove this crew completely. You're gonna all dump it? Yes. And then I was thinking maybe this little thing could be destroyed. So how about I take this setup? It's got a nice setup here. I'm gonna place it here. And all my 10 excavators and 20 trucks will relocate to this area. And in a similar fashion as before, I will cut one down, then flatten the mountain. Just like that. Here, very similarly. Oop, there was a ramp. Oh yeah. Sometimes the snapping is doing something. A little too excited about the terrain shape. I want to make sure that we are all leveling. Oh, this is also, oh man. Make it flat, please. I just don't want to collapse the road. That's my only worry here. So, other than that, it's all fair play. Oh, this needs to be constructed. All right, let's do that. And the same thing to help the trucks to dump faster. I'll make a dedicated dumping storage here. Maybe 3 trucks. I think three trucks is enough in general. And I just need to cross the road again. Now I left myself a little bit of space, so it should be easy. Now, I guess excavators are coming in slowly. There's gonna be 1. Yeah, it's a little tricky there, but I think it's all right. No, I don't want to connect it here. And just like that. We're kind of low on Unity. I'm kind of Unity happy. I'm always using Unity for quick build and everything. Yeah, we definitely need close by fuel pump, maybe this one, or make a new one here. Can make a new one just for these guys. I think that would make some sense. Given that the fuel is easily accessible here. And we have one truck here, and we assign it here. And there you go. All right, so that's a third storage with double belts. I'll be dumping the crater. So we have now 3 storages. Which is quite nice. These guys, I also want them to actually clear this area. Those mountains would be a good source of... It's a good source of material for our greater project, so let's use that. You might even dig deeper here, because the mountains are... The plateau is a little bit lower than 5. For now, I think 5 is good. Oh, we even ran out of the dumping designations here. Look at that. You guys feel free to put it in. These are very efficient. They just mine it here, dump it straight here. It's a very fast mining operation. You guys would want a more speed? You're saying that 1x speed is intolerable? I think it depends. Some people like to take it slow, especially in the beginning. 2x speed might be a little too fast. You might, especially for like death spirals and stuff like that. It's, that's why we have speeds. If you like 2x, then play 2x. If you like 3x, play 3x. We make sure that the game runs good on all speeds, and maybe we should do more of a research and more of a maybe some kind of questionnaire, or maybe to get some data from the game. What speeds are people playing at? And if it turns out that, let's say, only 5% of players use 1x speed, then we could reconsider and make the 1x speed 50% faster or something like that, right? And then that would make it faster for all the speeds. But if it turns out that 30% players play in 1x speed, I think actually there is some value to it. So we might need to reconsider, or just make, instead of increasing speed, just make conveyor belts or machines a little faster. It's kind of like reduce all the recipe times by half, right? And that would basically make the game faster. And the same thing with mining and all. Basically, make the game faster without changing the speed, because the speed actually is discrete simulation. So changing speed means simulation has to happen multiple times instead of once. It happens twice, right? We couldn't do 1.5 speed, or I mean, we could, but not in the way you would think. So yeah, it's really hard to cater for such a wide audience, right? We have thousands of players every day, and some people just like to take it slow, and then some people like to take it fast. So I'm currently on 3x speed, and I think it's fine for my purpose. But when I was playing on the stream, all the other streams, I think I prefer 2x. 3x sometimes when things go south can be real quick. When you run out of maintenance, you're gonna spiral real quick into like everything is broken. So I'd rather not to have that. So that's the reason. Yeah. All right. So we have a few more minutes today. I just want to make sure that there's lots of dumping designations ready to be used here. Yeah, I think actually 10 excavators. They need more than 3 sorters. So I'm gonna make a 4th one here. I think it's quite clear to see that they're struggling. They're just waiting in the tower. Yeah, in update 3, there's gonna be a tier 2 ore sorting plan. So I think at that point you will rarely need more than 1 tier 2. I think the tier 2 would be at least as powerful as 4 of these, and maybe even more. So you don't need to worry about building a array of sorting plans like that, hopefully in the future. And also what we have in the new system, we can assign 1 product for more output ports. So now you can fully customize the ports, which is quite nice, I think. But I can also do can assign import routes here and accept only assigned. I wonder if trucks will... Well, they're actually mixed. Yeah, it's all mixed. But those who are not mixed, they will just dump directly, which is nice, I think. You can see a few of them, yeah, a few of them using the direct route, which will further help to make things faster. And I think I can do the same thing here, right? I can do this. Accept assigned only, that's the important part. So I'm slowly optimizing the way how these things work. We actually might need 3 conveyor belts here, which is quite amazing. I'm ignoring Ivan's question. Sorry. What was the question? Should I scroll back? Oh, the tool about... I think I answered that, by the way. Tool about remaining resources. I was talking about that. I think it might not be intuitive because lots of resources might be buried or under ocean or under mountains, or deep or not deep, or scattered around. And also performance-wise, computing exact amount of resources might be hard. So that was my answer before, and I think it's the same. So the answer is, I guess we are not planning to add tool to add remaining things, at least not now. Obviously in the future everything may change. Not in update 3, that's what I'm trying to say. And mods would be your best friend. So maybe if you can ask somebody to write a mod that compute amount of remaining resources on the island. But I think it's still deceiving. I guess some people would like to mine every single resource, completely dry, and that's, I guess, there would be a use for that tool. I guess you want to do that, right? I guess mine everything, don't leave anything behind. So you would want to know how much is left. But for an average casual, or not casual, but average player, it's still deceiving to say, oh, there is 1 million of copper because, well, the copper is maybe here, but it's under a big mountain. Or the copper is, who knows where. Or there's coal actually here, right? This is a huge amount of coal. And mining that might be actually quite painful because there's lots of rock above it. And some maps are even more crazy than this. So that's the reason there is no like a simple tool telling you, oh, you have a 30% copper left on the island, because that 30% could be so hard to reach or even unreachable. Are I planning to add new map Yes, hopefully. Hopefully there's time. Hopefully there's time. We would love to not only add a new map, but also, I guess, take a pass on existing maps and, improve them based on the feedback and make them maybe a little more, add more locations for maybe when the trains are going on. So there's going to be more resources further away, for example. So if you have any feedback for the map, feel free to tell us or tell me rather, and I'll see if I can incorporate some of it. Also, there's editors, so obviously you all can try to improve what we have with maps and make new maps. But making maps is hard. I understand that the tool is quite complex because our terrain is like a 3D, right? It depends what's underneath the surface. It's not just surface function. It's fully 3D terrain, and making maps is quite hard. So maybe we need to make either better video of explaining how the tool works, or just wait until some players make or learn how to make maps and make some awesome maps. Also, that on the hub, sorting through maps, it might be hard to know whether the map is kind of playable or not, or how good it is, right? So maybe having some more improvements about some better rating system or something like that to have the maps feature easier to use might be interesting. But yeah, we are planning to add some maps for update 3. For sure. At least one. I think some maps, yeah, at least one. I don't think there's going to be 5 new maps. That would be, we don't have time for that, unfortunately. I just want to put a bunch of trees around. Right, what's wrong with my island? There is a bunch of trucks cannot reach something. Oh, I see. It's probably waiting for this. All right, let's do quick deliver. Oh, look at that. We have not enough sausages. Is it time for a 3rd sausage factory? Amazing. A 3rd one after so many years. After we have 15,000 people, and we just need a 3rd sausage factory. And in fact, we might not even need that. I think we are missing meat. Is that true? I'm pretty sure we're missing meat. I think that factory was not necessary because I'm seeing there's not enough meat on input, which means I think I can maybe unpause our chicken farms here. I was ready for this for a long time. Now I can finally make all 8 chicken farms. This is eggs. We have too many eggs, but not enough meat, basically. Hailstorm is asking on how is it difficult to randomize resource locations. It's quite hard. If you just completely randomize it, it's very easy to make unplayable map, right? And then the reason we don't have a random map generator at this point, even though we are kind of planning to have it, and we still could have it. I mean, there's technically nothing stopping us from making a random map, but it's really hard to make the map kind of nice and playable and not broken. And the reason is, when you're playing a map in Captain of Industry, you're committing for a long term. It's not like, you're going to play for an hour, then you switch a different map, like in RTS, right? So if the map is not like Age of Empires, for example, right? All the maps were randomly generated and it was working just fine. But because it's just like, if the map sucks, you're going to be done with the game and you're going to play another game next time. But in our case, if map sucks, but you find that after 20 hours of playthrough, suddenly you get stuck because you ran out of coal, right? For example, or something important like that. That wouldn't be a great experience, I think. So in order to, I guess, have maps randomly generated, we would have many more options to get yourself out of completely missing a resource, for example. Maybe more trading, better world map, more tools to solve those problems. And also then make a map generator which is maybe more clever. Because, you know, the map kind of, it matters. If you just make a flat map, if a bunch of mountains around which are randomly scattered, that's not going to be a fun map to play, honestly. I don't think that that's what people come to play with Captain of Industry. You want something interesting, so your terraforming makes difference and it's important, right? So because the terrain matters so much, and making random map is really hard in terms of making the map make sense and be fun. I think be fun is more, that's the ultimate goal, right? Make the map fun. That's the main goal. So that's that. But I understand some people might have a challenge, and maybe a complicated map that kind of throws the wrench in might be interesting to some people. So maybe we can do that as well. So maybe in the future, yeah, it's not anything immediate, but it will be possible to do that. Petra from Twitch is asking, we planning to release in early Q2. I would go with probably not early. It would be probably mid to late Q2. And the reason is, you know, if it was, you know, we were planning to release end of Q1 and that was delayed, and we need a few more months of delay. It's not going to be a week or two. So I would probably say mid to late Q3. But so far it works. It looks like that's going to be actually a thing. We're not hoping not to delay anymore. So if that makes you feel better, then at least that. So yeah, it looks like I need I'm just circling while answering questions, right? I need a third conveyor belt, right? It seems like the 2 is not enough, and I need one more sorter probably as well. Because this is just, I think actually the conveyor belt here is not keeping up because of this, right? Oh, maybe here. No. Okay. Maybe this guy can go away. Can do this. Then a dirt can go here. Yeah, I'm just looking at this. I need a... Still not full though, so it's barely keeping up. This one's also not ideal, right? I think I need a 1 per. So a trick when you have not enough ports here, I'm not sure if you guys know, you can do this trick where you put a connector right at the storage, and that kind of the connector has unlimited throughput, kind of not unlimited, but same as the storage. So you can ingest up to 3 belts into 1 port like that. It's quite nice. Same with output, by the way, works on the other side as well. Yeah, I think I need 3 here. That's because I just have 10 excavators, and 10 excavators can really put some numbers out, pump those numbers, basically. So I'll build the 3rd belt, which I'm gonna be dreading my situation here now. Let me see if I can somehow squeeze in. Pathfinder, please, can you give me any solution? No solution whatsoever. Oh man. Oh, this one. Oh yeah, there you go. Good boy. You know, when you are at the face of the game, that sometimes the neatness doesn't matter. I just need to connect the stuff up in any way. And here also could have gone a little differently, but I think this will do. Nice. All right, so that should be... I really want to see no trucks idling here, right? Oh, everybody should be dumping. Maybe I need a 4th truck here for dumping as well. Yeah, that's a lot of rock moving. I like to see that. Oh, we have ethanol issues. Very nice. I guess our supplementary diesel. No, it's working actually very well. That's lots of diesel coming in. So I think our ethanol, actually, it's not because of the diesel. We are in fact burning off. Huh? Yeah, because we have extra cooking oil. Too much cooking oil now. We're burning off excess diesel now. Which is fine. However, we still have not enough ethanol. I wonder what's using it. Well, for next time. That's an issue for next time. We can solve that. Tree harvester needs trucks. No problem. These guys are still trying to do something. Is it the same as before? Oh, yes. I don't have any connection of vehicle parts tier 1 to the depot because I thought I would never need it again. And turns out that the tree planter using it still. So yeah, faster belts. I think for now, you guys are getting trains on faster belts. And if that's not enough, we'll see. But we also don't want to have to... I think the belts are currently plenty fast. If you need more throughput, I think trains would be the answer in the future. And we'll see. If that's still not enough and you guys making too big of a factories, you might need to reconsider. But for now, we're going with trains. And as I mentioned before, tier 4 pipe would be a thing. So pipes would have tier 4. Belts so far not. That's the resolution now. Why you have iron ore here? Huh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I think it would be possible to write the random terrain generator. Just seeing the chat people talk about the terrain generator. It would be possible to write it now at this point, because editor can be modded in the same way the game can be modded. You would just have to have the mod not only for the editor but also for the game. Same mod. So if we enable modding for editor, that would be possible. But I'm not sure. Yeah, if some people are brave enough to, because it's all generated by using functions, right? There's no height maps. It's all kind of procedurally generated, all this terrain. So making a generator is quite hard. But maybe some people can hack it in. So interesting to see. Dominicus wants a coal biomass gasifier, so you can turn solids to fuel gas, CO2, and sour water. I see. Well, we'll see what we can do. I know that there is lots of people want some kind of a way of coal gasification, do something with the coal other than burn it for fuel. So maybe we can do something like that. Maybe making fuel gas out of fuel and some, oil derivatives. Yeah, we know it's real. It exists, and even if sometimes if it's not too real, but it's a little bit of realism, we are okay with that too. We are not completely tied into realistic things, even though the game is very much based on reality. But we can sometimes take shortcuts, right? That's okay. We are not necessarily 100% realistic. Yeah, this tower was a relief. Lots of iron ore. Is the iron ore actually keeping higher angle here? Could be, I'm not sure. I forget what's the angle for an iron ore. Maybe it's higher than just pure rock. Yeah, these guys are making a little bulge in here with 3 conveyor belts worth. I think we actually need 4 conveyor belts, huh? Still not enough. Which is quite amazing, honestly. Yeah, it's also because they are very, very close. If the excavators were a little bit further away, I think the trucks would probably be a little idle, but here it's just insane throughput. Should I make another conveyor belt? I think we're fine for now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably leave it here for today. I think we've made a great progress. I think what I'm gonna do, just to give you guys a little more update, I am working on since you've been here the whole time until the end, so you get a little bit of extra insider info that people who watched the first half an hour wouldn't have. We are pretty much done with the level crossings for railroad. So we were quite unsure whether that's going to be possible. It turns out it is possible, at least to the point that we are satisfied with the result. So we are ready and we have the models and everything. So the level crossing is working fairly well. So that's probably going to be a thing. So we thought initially we would do like a ramps, like we have ramps for transports, but ramp over the railroads. But that looked kind of hideous, kind of crazy, and a little annoying to build the ramps over railroads. So we decided for level crossings. And of course we have all the gates and the lights. So when the train is coming, the gates close and the vehicles wait. And they clamp up on the waiting a little bit, but we'll deal with that later. But it works as intended, so that's quite exciting. So crossing rail would be very easy for vehicles, very simple, even simpler than pipes and conveyor belts. So I'm really happy about that. And now I'm working on unannounced endgame features. So I'm not going to spoil it here on the stream, but I think we mentioned that there's going to be more endgame or mid-game, endgame content coming, and it has to do with with rockets and stuff. So we're kind of expanding on that a little bit. So it's still under work, and that's why we needed extension for this work. So otherwise we would be kind of ready to release, but we needed more time to make this work, right? So we'll announce it sooner rather than later. But we'll still need a little bit of time in oven to kind of make sure that the scope we are setting ourselves is in fact the scope we are going with. So we don't announce things that we're going to scrap 1 month later. So it's quite important for us to kind of make sure that everything on the announced list is actually, either done or mostly done, so that we are... Sometimes when you make features and then you realize halfway through that it's actually not possible to do because of all the complications with our systems and terrains, and we have quite high standards for that. So that's the reason. So yeah, that's that. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to put them in so I can answer in the last minute ones. If not, this is it for me, and I think I will be joining in next week. Thanks for joining us, and see you later. Bye.